I don't see any planes. I see the moon. I did some research on that object in the sky. Yeah. Pretty freakish on just the questionings that how something that's like right there is like so in doubt. It reminds me of the cornflakes that I eat, that I know that their magnets affect them, so they can't be good for you. But I still eat them because I don't like to waste things. You know, maybe that's where all the controversy doesn't come from, but it just stays because we don't like to waste things. Maybe that's it. You know, it's good not to be wasteful, even though it's a wasteful argument. But is it? Is it a wasteful argument? I don't know. So I'm gonna say I don't think so. I'm gonna vote on the side of keeping the dirty dishes, because paper plates, you can only wash them like a couple times. And I think arguments are like plates. Why don't you just have a apple? You get it? If arguments are like plates, then why don't you eat an apple? Do you get it? Because when you wash a plate, you can only wash it so many times, right? Well, it depends on how you wash it, right? And I look at washing things is like questioning things. Do you wash, then sanitize, then rinse? Or rinse and sanitize and then wash? Or just eat an apple? And people all around the world have dishes. And, you know, how many times when you set the table, is there an argument of, oh, that's my plate and this is your plate? This is your argument and that is my argument. Huh? I understand that there are certain coffee cups that are like, well, this is my coffee cup, right? Well, where's your plate? Where's your fork? Where's your spoon? Oh, well, they're just all jumbled together, you know, like in a big wad of forks. I just use a random fork, you know. I don't have a particular fork. So where do you stand on anything besides coffee, right? I had my own spoon. I called it my Captain Crunch spoon because it just was it was like a bowl of fucking cereal when you'd eat it. It was awesome. And I say was because it was plastic. And it was Marion County edition. It was a collector's item because they won't let you keep them. I know you don't know this because you don't do anything wrong and you don't worry about the New World Order because it was just your neighbor who was an alien hybrid who collected tons of ammunition, thousands of guns. But good thing he's gone, right? Good thing that neighbor's gone, because then, you know, We don't want all those guns and ammunition around. Wouldn't that be one thing to regret? The one day you wake up and your family's going, what do we do? I know, let's go to our neighbors. Oh, that's right. Our neighbors are foreign and they shop at Walmart and they bring home McDonald's and they have magnetized cereal and they just have a drawer full of random forks and plates without their names on them and rant, rave. So I saw a thing today and it was a commercial and I was like, commercials, but I kind of go, fuck, at least it's right. And it had Pennywise the Clown saying, oh, Ronald, you're such a such and such and you're such a, blah blah. And then it showed Ronald McDonald all smiling going, I killed more people than you, motherfucker. It's like, yeah, so what makes you evil? What really is a bad thing, right? What makes, what does evil look like? Obviously the evil clown thing is catching on, right? Or this Hurley. Who's this Hurley? Does anybody know Hurley? I mean, I can just... When I worked at the T-Zone, I had my finger on the pulse of like rock and roll, right? Or what's in. And there was a time when Scarface could put your kids through college just by selling Scarface paraphernalia. Now, not so. It's changed. Now it's like Batman, or like Minions. It changes, You got to be quick. You can't just, assume that you know what's going on just by looking around. You actually have to place it. You actually have to put it out there and let people know what's cool because you're telling them it's cool, and then it's cool. Right? I mean, I forgot what his name was, but it was like back in the Greek times, this motherfucker killed himself because he, allegedly he committed suicide because he was affecting the youth. And what he was saying basically was think for yourself. That guy had to go. And that was back in the Greek times, and they're way ahead of it. They're like, whoa, this guy's causing problems. So allegedly they politely asked him, hey, could you kill yourself so we don't have to kill you because you're affecting our kids, you're making them think for themselves, and that just ain't gonna work because by 2015, we want it mandatory that everybody has a fucking TV and a smartphone so we can detonate it on a fucking button? Or am I totally wrong? Am I absolutely insane? See, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for the absolute stupidest insanity thing at all. Then I'll bring it down. I'll bring it down and go, my cereal is magnetized. Well, that's something I can see and prove. I don't, I've never been up in the air in a plane, so I can't really judge on what the shape of the earth is, but I know for a fact that you can't go to Antarctica without being, special. Right? I mean, I just found out that Zuckerberg punk fucking donated $992 million. I would say $1 billion. Say he donated $1 billion to Planned Parenthood. I mean, come on, dude. What is that? Why is that like a good thing? Planned Parenthood, right? I mean, I can understand if you're feeding your kids to eat your kids, right? But, feeding your kids to other people and just like thinking that that's okay. I mean, I'm not saying that they are, but show me that they're not. Show me that all these bodies are being disposed of properly. But you can't. There's no, you can't. You can't take them home, as a souvenir. You can't have accountability for all these dead people, right? No matter how big or small, right? I don't know. They got some accountability with this cord blood. You've heard of that? Cord blood? Or placenta eating? I mean, welcome to the New World Order.